Hi everyone, my name is Tori, this is Nova Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to talk about series that I want to finish in 2023. Now, I know that I don't know if I'm actually going to finish these, but these are what I want to finish, okay? What I want to finish. I'm really excited for these because I've mentioned these in a video before, like individually, not in like a series video, but I think I have 10, 11 maybe, and I do have some of the physical books on my shelf, but I'm not going to hold them up. I'll just put the pictures because I'm lazy, and that's, you know, if I hold up the whole series, it's going to be ridiculous. Okay, so the first one is the 4 series by Becca Steele, and I have all of the paperbacks. Where is it? Right there, all those red spines. I've read book 1 and book 4. Book 1 I gave 3 stars, book 4 I gave 4.5 stars. It was great. I loved it. It's surrounding like hackers, I think, if that makes sense. Like they do like underground stuff, like they're taking care of bad people, I guess you can say, and they're like new adult age, and they're really short reads, but I really enjoy them. And Becca Steele is an author that I really want to read more from. I've read some of her books in 2022 and I want to continue that in 2023. I already made a page in my digital reading journal that I want to kind of like catch up with her backlist and have all the books there. So this is one of those series that I don't think I've heard like anyone talk about, but I found all the paperbacks together and they were all signed at a half price books, which I was like, I need to buy all of them. So another one of my goals is to read a lot more of my physical books on my shelf. So, you know, there's that, but all of these are available in Kindle Unlimited if you want to check them out. I do have another series by her that I want to read, which is an hockey series, but I haven't started that. So yeah, I just want to read more Becca Steele. The next series I have is the Devil's Night series. So we know I love Penn Douglas. I love what they write. They write some super dark and spicy stuff. Corrupt is a book that will always stick in my head. If anyone has read that book, whether they hated it or they loved it, and there's one scene in Corrupt that will always stick in their head if they've read it, whether they hated it or loved it. But I have the last book, which I think is Nightfall, left, and that is, I think, Will's story. And to be honest, I have no interest in Will's story, and that's where it's going to be hard for me to get through this book. I will probably listen to the audio. I know my Hoopla has them. It's a long book, but it's the last one, and I could just say I finished that series and be done with it. I will say that Damon is still probably one of my favorite characters. I love that story. I think it was beautifully done. Loved it. I'm pretty sure the Devil's Night series is available in Kindle Unlimited. I read Corrupt that way, so I'm pretty sure they're still in Kindle Unlimited. I don't think Penn Douglas has taken them out, but I do know there's a novella. You can let me know if I should read the novella. I don't know if I should to complete the series. Technically, then I'll have the last book and the novella, but haven't heard many people talk about the novella, so let me know in the comments if I should. But the next series that I have is the Wrecked series by Catherine Cowles. So I am catching up on Catherine Cowles' backlist. I actually have the Wrecked series and, what's the other series? I think I have the other series by her too. Not the Tattered and Torn series, her other series. I have a reading journal page for her. I want to finish the Wreck series because I heard that the 4th book is some people's absolute favorite. I have the audio for the 3rd book because it was in a bundle. I have the physical copy of the 4th book, and I don't know how I'm going to read the 5th book. I either can get the audio because I think Hoopla has them, or I can buy the ebook. I haven't decided, but I asked Jess at Peace Love Books if I can just skip the 3rd book and read the 4th book, and she said yeah. So I may read the 4th book first and then go back and read the 3rd book because the 2nd book was not my favorite, so I stopped after that because I was just not feeling it. Like, I know that's one of her earlier series, and she's evolved as a writer, I can tell, but I do want to catch up on her backlist just to say that I've read all of her books and maybe do a guide to Catherine Cowles. Who knows? The next series I have is the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. Elsie Silver is an author that has blown up in 2022 and she deserves it. I have read everything she's written except 2 books, and that's the last, that's 2 books in the Gold Rush Ranch series. I have Off to the Races. I have the physical book that I do want to read. Her books are also available in Kindle Unlimited, so you can read them there. I don't know if she's coming out with audios for the Gold Rush Ranch series, but I know her Chestnut Spring series has audios. So I'm really excited because I've heard Off to the Races, which is the 1st book. I skipped around. I read the 2nd and I read the 4th book. Someone told me those were the best in the series, and after I read Heartless, I was in a really bad reading slump, so I decided to pick those up. You can read them out of order. They're separate couples. They just all take place around the same ranch, I guess you can say. The 1st book, I don't even know what Off to the Races is. I'm pretty sure it's Oh, we see them in the second book. I can't remember their names, but I know how they end up. She is a bull rider, or she's a bull rider, right? Yeah, I think she's the bull rider. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm just really excited because I love her writing. I just love Elsie Silver's writing. I know I'm going to get a pretty damn good story when I read it, and the romance is going to be great. And then the third book, which I think is the vet story. I don't even know, but I have those two books and I just want to finish them just to say that I am caught up on Elsie Silver. So yeah, I'm really excited for those, of course. And the next series is the Hades Hangman series by Tilly Cole. I think I've read all three books, the first three books in this series back in 2022. And I have the audios, I think, for books 3, 4, and 5, because I listened to the audios of book 3. They were in the Audible sale. I think I picked up books 4. I still have 4 and 5 on audio, and I think there's 8 books total. I'm pretty sure they're also available in Kindle Unlimited. I think that's how I read the first book, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But this is a super, 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 super dark romance series. It surrounds a motorcycle club, which I love. But let me tell you, these characters, they are fucked up. Like, both are, like, most of the characters, all of them, are female characters so far in the series. I don't know what the other female characters are. The first 3, they all come from this cult that they were forced to do like unspeakable things when they were younger, like children, and they were like sexually assaulted and raped. And it was, but also the main male characters, they're part of this motorcycle club. They also have their own dark pasts. Like Maddie and Flame, which is book 3's story, Souls Unfractured, that is the darkest in the series so far. Oh my God, both of them are so screwed up. They have so many things like going wrong for them, like pushing them apart, but they still want to be together and they're trying to move past it because they don't want their past to affect their future. It was so beautiful. I love that book, but I'm really excited to continue, and because I have the audios, I'm pretty sure that'll help me move that series along. The next series is the Unlawful Men series by Jodi Ellen Malpass. I've read the first 2 books, The Brit and the Enigma. I have The Resurrection on audio, and I think she's coming out with a 4th book this year in that series. I'm pretty sure either she came out with it or it's coming out. I've seen her tease about it. So I love this series by Jodi Ellen Malpass. This is a series you have to read in order. You cannot read out of order because it builds on top of each other, and the story, there's like an overarching plot within all of the books. Even though the first book is Danny's story, the second book, I forgot his name, but it's a separate guy. It's called The Enigma. And then we kind of combine the 2 stories in books, I think 3 and 4. So you have to definitely read them in order. Cannot read those out of order, but it's another darker mafia romance series. And the next series that I want to read is the Elemental series by Brittany C. Cherry. I have read The Air He Breathes and Silent Waters. Oh, I think I only have The Fire Between High and Low. I've read The Silent Waters, The Air He Breathes, and The Gravity Between Us. That's the 3 books, and then the Fire one, which is the last Elemental one. So because I only have 1 book and it's on my shelf, I want to definitely at some point get to that one. I have heard that that is the least favorite of the series, but we'll see. Who knows? I might like that one. The next series is the Parallel series by Elizabeth O'Rourke, or L. O'Rourke. I read Parallel. I still have to read Intersect, and then I have to read Across Time. So in this series, there's 4 books. The first 2 books follow one couple. Books 3 and 4 follow another couple. I was really intrigued the way that Parallel was written, so I cannot wait to see. It technically ends on a cliffhanger because the couple aren't together at the end of the first book. And I can't believe I never picked up the second book, but I am excited to get back into that series. I think Elizabeth O'Rourke said the second couple was her favorite to write, so I'm really excited about that. I think there's audios for the first 2. I could be wrong. I have to go back and check it, but I have 2 of the 4 books on my shelf physically, so I can always pick those up. And I think they're available in Kindle Unlimited, if I'm not mistaken. So the next series I have is technically a duet. Like, if I'm being like technical, it's the Him Us series. So the first book is Him, the second book is Us, and the third book is technically a tiny novella, like 50-page novella, and that's epic. And I read Him and I really enjoyed it. It's an MM sports romance, and I just love the forced proximity of them going to kind of this like summer camp together, and they're teaching kids. They both used to go, that's how they met. They both used to go as kids, and then they stopped going when they got older for reasons. And I haven't continued, but I heard the second book is just them being together and kind of like working out things, and it's not always my favorite to read, so I'll probably go and read it at some point just to finish it out. I've heard the audiobooks are good, but I physically read the first book. I have them all on my shelves, so I'm excited for that one. The next one is the All In series by Helena Hunting, or Helena Hunting. I read A Lie for a Lie, really enjoyed it. I have A Secret for a Secret on my January TBR. I have the audio for that. If you didn't know, those books are available in Kindle Unlimited, but you also get the audio in Kindle Unlimited as well. It's totally free to listen when you download the ebook. So I love that, even though I have 2 books on my shelf. I think there's 4 books total. I don't remember all of them, but because they're on Kindle Unlimited in this like read and listen area of Kindle Unlimited, I'm pretty sure I can get to them. I'm going to try and put 1 on my TBR each until I finish them out, but I think I have 3 left. 3 books now. So I really want to get to them because I loved A Lie for a Lie. I heard A Secret for a Secret is great. And I've just heard nothing but like pretty good things. It's a solid series, so I'm excited for that. The last series I have to talk about is the Necessary Evil series by Onley James. And I loved this series when I read it. I read the first 2 books. It's an MM psychopath where one of the characters are like literally a psychopath. They're serial killers, but they only kill bad guys. And I just never continued for some reason. I don't know why I never picked up the 3rd book, but I think the last book, which I think is the 6th book in the series, comes out in February, March. Pretty early on. People have been talking about it in their anticipated reads. I just watched Tiff from Tiff Talks Pages, her video of anticipated releases, and she said it comes out, I think, pretty early on this year. And I'm just like, okay, the series is now complete. We get all of the character stories, so I'm pretty sure I need to read them at some point. So I'm excited to go back and finish that out because I think I have now 4 books to read. They are available in Kindle Unlimited, so I'm really excited. I'm trying to utilize my Kindle Unlimited subscription a lot more, so yeah, that's one of my goals too. So I'm trying to incorporate series that are available on there. But that is all of the series that I want to read. Okay, probably not all the series I want to finish. These are just ones that I know have started that are pretty much finished or will be finished this year that I want to get to. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you would love to see a series review for any of these series that I have to finish because I did one for the Zodiac Academy and I really enjoyed that video and it seemed like you guys really liked that. So let me know if you would like to see a series review or a review for an author in the comments down below. Leave me an open book emoji, like reading, because these series are incomplete and I'm not finished with them. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.